What it do? Everybody, you already know what it is. It's your boy Ty G back in the building on another beautiful day. We're gonna get straight into the topic. Prayers for anybody who's watching this. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get straight up into it, which is we have to become undeniable. And you may be thinking, what does that mean to become undeniable? It means to become so great and so dedicated at your craft where nobody can deny the work that's been put forth by you, from you, and the impact that you make. And the reason why this topic came up to my mind is for so many of us, we may be in a position where we have a job that we don't like. They may not pay us as much as we're looking for, and we're looking for new opportunities. But before we look for new opportunities, have we tried to become undeniable at the opportunity that we're currently in? Have we become the best at the position that I'm currently in? Have I provided the most work? Have I provided the most return on investment from my work for said company? Or in the position that I'm at for my team, have I set them up the best? So before I leave, I became so good, I became undeniable to where when I asked for that raise or when I asked for that promotion, you can't say no to me. You can't say no because I become undeniable. Same way if you're looking at it physically. If you play sports, if you work out, where you become so undeniable at your craft, whether it's playing basketball, football, baseball, boxing. For example, look at Bud Crawford. He became undeniably the face of boxing, if not one of the greatest of all time from the win that he just got against Canelo Alvarez. Moving up so many different weight classes to fight a boxer that we have seen hold the face of boxing and always been on pound for pound, number 1 through 10, Canelo Alvarez. We've seen Bud Crawford win, where so many people doubted him, and he became 3-time undisputed. That's undeniable. That's undeniable right there. And that's why I come to you to talk about this, because there's so many of us who say, we think we deserve this, we think we deserve that, we think we deserve this, but we see the athletes and we see the other people who become undeniable at their craft. And do you think at one point they didn't think that they deserved more? Of course. But what did they do? They sat down and worked at their craft. Tom Brady, undeniable. Sitting on the bench behind Drew Bledsoe. You think that when he sat on the bench and he was drafted 199th, you think he sat there and he was upset? You think he was upset when he was drafted 199th? No. He sat there and he put that work in and he put that effort in and he became undeniable when he was on the field, when he was in that system. Developing his skills, reading defenses. Understanding that when I get the opportunity and it's presented to me, I'm going to become undeniable to the point where nobody can deny me from what I'm seeking to get because I put in all the work before. And for some of you might say, oh, that may be easy. We have athletes like LeBron James, undeniable. Michael Jordan, undeniable. You got athletes that you know that they're undeniably the best of their generation. Musicians, you got Michael Jackson, Chris Brown, Beyonce, undeniably the best at their craft. And they put work in. So who are you not to put the work in? That's my thought. Who are you not to put the work in? Because I had those same thoughts. Man, my job's not paying me this. I'm gonna look for a new opportunity. And maybe it is time for me to look for the opportunity, a new one. Maybe I'm not getting the value that I'm supposed to be getting, or I feel like I should be getting. But did I become undeniably the best at what I was doing? So now when I want to leave, the company knows how much I really mean to them. Now when I want to go ask for that promotion, now when I want to go speak to my boss about the next career opportunities I have, or if I want to leave and start a company up on myself, that I work enough and develop the skills to where I can become undeniably the best. So when I start my company, I don't have an issue leaning on myself. We have to ask ourselves this question because it's so easy to say, I deserve this, I deserve that, I'm not getting this, I'm not getting that, when you're not really putting the work in. You think getting yourself just a little bit over the hump or being just as good as everybody else and you deserve more money? No. Absolutely not. We see the best players get the max contracts. Not every player gets the max contract. Now, are you, yes, you who I'm talking to, are you working for a vet minimum salary? Or are you going for that max contract? Are you developing your skills, developing your capabilities? working on your craft. So when you come in, people can see what you put forth. Look at that. A couple years ago, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, nobody really knew who he was. Yeah, he was good. He was on the Clippers. And the Clippers traded him to the Thunder for Paul George. Because Paul George was an already made product. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, okay, that's cool. And put that work in. Kept developing. Wins a chip this year and gets a max contract. He became undeniably one of the best players in the NBA today. At such a young age, because he understood, hey, if I want to be along with the greats, I have to become undeniable to where people can't speak about me. Whether I'm in the room or not, they gotta speak about me. They gotta speak about my work. They gotta speak about my skills. They gotta speak about my capabilities. And I didn't come here to say, oh, you know, it's easy to do this. No, because if it was easy, everyone would do it. But you're not everyone. You know what you could put forth. You know how you could get better. You know the work that you should be putting in that can instill not only the better practices for you day in and day out, but that can get you farther along in your career, farther along in better opportunities, put you in bigger and better rooms, connect you with better people, or not even better people, people who can teach you things that you might have not known. And that's why you have to become undeniable. That's why you have to sit down and say, okay, I may be looking for an opportunity, but did I maximize what I could be learning, the capabilities I could be building, the opportunities that I could get from this day in and day out at this job? Or am I just showing up and leaving? Now, I'm not saying kill yourself from a job. I'm saying become undeniable at it. Oh man, Ty, we saw that your sales team's numbers you've hit the last 3 months. How are you doing it? What are you looking at? What have you found that the other teams haven't? What have you changed up? What have you been focusing on? What metrics do you have your team looking at? What capabilities have you instilled in your team so that they can be successful? That's what I mean. That's what they're looking for. That's what you should be looking for. We have to become undeniable for seeking better opportunities. We have to. We have to look at what those around us are doing, look what they have, and if we want better, we must do better. It's really that simple. Man, y'all should be fired up to become undeniable, fired up to become the best. Because if you're not, nobody else can want it for you but you. No matter what I'm saying or the next person's saying or if any member's saying, you have to want it for yourself. Come on, man, you already know what it is. We're in here chasing greatness, all through the glory of God. That's what we're seeking to do. But make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm gonna have some more for y'all. You already know what it is. I'm out.